If you want to lose fat and build muscle without spending hours in the gym, and you just want the ultimate workout plan, this full body workout routine is for you. New research has shown by activating more total muscles in each of your workouts will enhance fat loss. That's why I've been very specific with the exercises that I've chosen. I have spent years researching and testing out these exercises to come up with the ultimate plan. This plan includes 3 workouts a week with 6 key exercises in each session. And I'm going to walk you through all 3 workouts, breaking down every single individual exercise. Do not tell my clients I'm giving this to you for free. But without further ado, let's jump in with day 1, exercise 1. Okay, day 1. The very first exercise we're going to be doing is a dumbbell press. This is not only going to be great for your chest, but also your arms and shoulders. Place the dumbbells in front of the bench, then stand up, squat down, and lift them onto your knees. From there, roll back, bring the dumbbells onto your chest before rolling them out. Do not bring your elbows at a right angle, keep them tucked in a neutral position. And from there, press them up together. Breathe out as you push up and in as you bring them back down. The most important part of the movement is at the bottom, so make sure you bring them all the way down. No half reps. And then when you're done, just drop them. The next exercise is going to target your glutes, quads, abductors, lower back. You probably guessed it, squats. Line up the bar on top of your shoulders and then put the bar into that groove on top of your back. From there, stand up, take a couple of steps back and then squat down. Your knees are fine to come over your toes. Keep your back as straight as possible. One thing that helps me is staring at where the wall meets the floor. If, like me, you have long femurs and you struggle to get really deep and have to round your back, put some small plates under your heels, which will help massively. If you're a complete beginner and you're not comfortable doing squats just quite yet, I would just use the leg press. All the same principles still apply. The next exercise is one of my favorite and a must for anyone working at a desk all day. The seated row for the mid and upper back. Grab a handle that looks anything like this and then pull that handle into your belly button. Keep your back perpendicular to the floor and then slowly extend your arms until they're straight. Breathe out as you bring it to your belly and in as you bring it away from you. Do not use momentum. You want to keep it controlled the whole way. Best way to do this is have a slight pause at the start and at the end of the movement. Squeeze your shoulder blades at the top and stretch your lat, this part, at the bottom. And one last thing, keep your elbows tucked the whole way. Okay, next we're going to hit our hamstrings. The hamstring has 4 muscles. The hamstring's role is either to curl your leg or extend your hip. So today we're going to stimulate the first role with leg curls. When it comes between choosing seated or lying, honestly, just do whichever one you prefer. Studies have shown that seated may cause more growth, but honestly, I wouldn't read into it too much at this point. If you prefer lying or that's all your gym has, I mean, hey, it worked for Arnold. Next, our first arm exercise of the week is going to be a tricep extension. If you want to make sure you don't have flabby arms, do not skip this one. When it comes to which bar to grab, to be honest, at this point, doesn't really matter. I would recommend when you're first starting out, use either the straight or the EZ bar. I personally prefer the V bar, but the rope also works perfectly. Just use whichever feels most comfortable to you. The number one mistake I see is people moving their elbows, swinging their body all over the place. The only part of your body that should be moving is the lower half of your arm. Your elbows should be locked at your side. Lean slightly forward and then tense your core and lock in those elbows. And then just straighten your arm. Do not swing your body, keep control of the weight for the whole part of the movement. If you do this properly, by that 7th or 8th rep, your triceps will be screaming. Breathe out as you extend and then in as you return them to the starting position. The last movement for the day is going to be a core exercise, leg raises. Now, I'm either going to hang from a bar or use the dip machine and then bring my knees to my chest while crunching as hard as I can. The key here is to really crunch. The goal of the exercise is not just to raise your legs up, you need to be crunching those abs. If you're unable to do this yet, no problem. You can do knee raises instead. Exact same principles apply. Breathe out as hard as you can when you crunch in, and then breathe in as you return to the starting position. Day 2, and we're going to start off the session with one of the best back exercises out there, the lat pull down. Make sure your feet are flat on the floor, not underneath you. Grab the bar, lean slightly back by about 10 to 20 degrees, just enough so when you pull the bar down, it almost touches your chest. Have your chest pointing up the whole time, and I like to look at the ceiling. The only thing that should be moving is your arms. I imagine it like I'm bringing myself to the bar, not the bar to me. This massively helps me stop swinging all over the place. Breathe in as you pull it down and then out as you reset the position. The key with this one is to make sure you're set up in a good position. You're not all hunched over. When it comes to the bar, you can use the straight one, but my recommendation would be to use one where your hands face each other at about shoulder width apart. A lot of gyms these days will have this super grip one, which are incredible. But if all you have is a straight bar, absolutely fine. Now, in our first workout, we hit one of the ranges of motion for the hamstring. So let's hit the other one. And while we're at it, we're also going to be hitting our glutes. Super important if you're sat on your butt all day. Stand with the shoulder width apart, brace your core, and then imagine a band around your hips pulling you backwards. Keep your knees with a very small bend and let the bar slide down your quads. Once your hips can't go back any further, stop. Do not roll your back. Keep your back straight the whole time. Up next, we're going to be utilizing the chest press machine. There are 100 different types of chest machines out there, but these principles will apply to them all. Firstly, make sure where you are pressing is in line with your nipple. Not up here, not down here. Just like yesterday's exercise, the most important part will be that stretch at the back, so make sure you go as far back as is comfortable. Now, to avoid your shoulders taking over and you injuring yourself or developing bad posture, before you start, roll your shoulders up and imagine you're tucking your shoulder blades into your back pocket. Once you've done that, squeeze them together. Imagine you're trying to hold a pencil in between your shoulder blades. Lean back onto the bench and have that glued to the bench the whole time. No hunching over. It'll take some getting used to, but it will prevent you messing up your shoulders. Again, take this principle to all chest exercises, including the one we've done on the first day. Up next, your deltoid, aka this muscle, is broken down into 3 different parts. This front part gets hit with pretty much any chest or shoulder press motion. This back part gets hit with a lot of our back exercises, but this middle part is what's going to give you that nice toned look. So, our next exercise is the lateral raise. Grab some light dumbbells, emphasis on the light, and then either sit or stand. Then all you're going to do is imagine you're flying. Point to note, keep a slight bend in the arm. Do not have them completely straight. Imagine you're a puppet, and the puppet master has attached a string at the elbow. All the puppet master's doing is pulling the string up at the elbow. That's the range of motion you want. Keep your hand in line with your elbow with that slight bend. Again, do not go heavy with these. You want to be using a lightweight, otherwise you'll be swinging all over the place and you're not going to get the most out of this movement. Now, we can't have a workout plan without having some sort of bicep curling, can we? So my recommendation for when you're first starting out will be to do a barbell curl. Grab a bar and just like the tricep extension, the only part of your body that should be moving is this lower part of your arm. Bring your elbows to your side and glue them in. Do not move them for the whole of the movement. Don't bring them here, don't bring them here. Make sure to squeeze your biceps at the top as well. Breathe out as you contract and in as you control the bar down. Now, this exercise will be plenty to get you the arms you want. If you want a slightly more advanced way to train them, just find a bench, put it on a slight incline, exactly the same principles. Only difference is this time, as your elbow will be behind your body, you'll get even more of a deeper stretch. Our last exercise is going to be a great finisher, walking lunges. Take a wide step forward, keep your knee directly above your foot, and lean your torso slightly forward whilst keeping your back straight. The key here is to focus on controlling the descent on each step. Imagine you're trying to bring your knee as close to the ground as possible without it actually touching. Okay, last workout. We're going to kick things off with a shoulder press. Now, I'm going to show you this on a bar, but if you're a beginner, I would recommend starting on a shoulder press machine. You're going to get exactly the same result, if not better, because you're going to be more comfortable. You can also use dumbbells. I'm just not a fan of trying to flick them up and all that wasted energy trying to get them here. Make sure the bench is set at a slight tilt. You don't want it straight, but also you don't want it too far back. Usually the first latch will be perfect. Your starting position is going to be as far down as your hands would naturally drop. So for me, it's here. And then make sure you set up the machine, the bar, whatever you're using accordingly. Now, press through your elbows until your arms are straightened and then slowly bring them down. Avoid pushing directly above your head. You want your arms to follow a nice natural path, which usually will be slightly forward. If you have a machine that forces you to do it above your head, what you can do as a good option is just turn around and face it. You might get a way better angle. And trust me, your shoulder joints will thank me later. Next up is bent over row. Grab a dumbbell and lean over the bench. For the whole of the movement, keep your elbow tucked in. Slowly lower the weight to the floor and then hold for a second and then bring the weight back up. Again, do not swing all over the place. Make sure you're controlling that dumbbell the whole movement. Okay, this first exercise for the last workout for our legs, glute bridges. Essential if you work out a desk all day, unless you want a flat butt and a bad back. Most gyms will have a hip thrust machine, but if they don't, you can just use a bar or the Smith machine. Start with having your butt as low down as possible and then drive your hips to the sky. Really squeeze your butt at the top and then slowly control the weight back down. Point to note, try not to arch your back, try and keep your back as straight as possible. Best way to do this, tense your core, imagine someone's about to punch you and hold that throughout the movement. Next up, leg extensions. There are 4 muscles in your quads. And the one right at the front is best grown by this exercise. Hence why I've added it to the routine. You can't really mess this one up, so don't overthink it. Just simply sit on the seat. You want to set it up where the seat goes into the back of your legs, and if you can lean slightly back, perfect. If not, don't worry. And then just kick up till your legs are straight and then back down again. Try and set this up where your legs go as far back as possible whilst keeping them under tension from that weight. Here's one I see more people doing wrong than right, but it's a great exercise for your chest. The pec deck. Firstly, and here's where people mess up, lower the seat until your hands are in line with your chest, parallel to the floor. You're probably going to have to lower it a lot more than you'd think. You don't want your arms up here and you don't want your arms down here. You want them parallel to the ground and in line with your chest. Now, imagine you're lying in a big pile of cash. You got mum's spaghetti on your shirt, knees weak, arms are heavy, and you're only going to get one shot. With that one shot, you get to scoop up as much cash as you can before bringing your hands together at the top. Whatever you scoop up, you get to keep. That's the motion you want. Do not hunch your shoulders forward. Use that same technique I said about earlier to keep your back glued to the bench. And our last exercise, calf raises. And you can do this on whatever you want. A calf raise machine if your gym has one, a Smith machine if you put plates under it, or my favorite, just using a leg press. Now, you can target specific sides of your calf by changing your foot position, but let's just keep things simple. Put them in a neutral position, whatever's comfortable for you, and then push up as far as you can onto your tiptoes, and then down to put them in the most stretched position possible. That part where the foot goes below the platform is the most important part of the movement, so I would hold it there for a couple of seconds. But there you go. Give this workout a save and give it a try. But if your main goal is to lose fat and build muscle, exercise is just one part of the equation. You also need to nail your diet. But you've probably been told a ton of different things online and you're just not sure what to believe. So if you want to know the actual best meal plan to lose fat, build muscle based on science, watch this video next. And if you like this video, make sure you subscribe.